which now brings us to number 10, which was on the conscious mind of many religionists in the 1840s, this idea of scattered Israel and the tribes of Israel and the gathering of Israel. This is not unique to our church. There were a lot of people talking about this.
Yeah.
So verse 10, you get this, or Article of Faith number 10, you get this idea that the New Jerusalem is actually going to be here. This is kind of an important article of faith. We believe in the literal gathering of Israel, not symbolic. And in the restoration of the 10 tribes, that Zion, the New Jerusalem, will be built upon the American continent, and that Christ will reign personally upon the earth, and that the earth will be renewed and receive its paradisiacal glory.
That is a loaded, there is so much there in verse 10. And obviously our prophet's encouraging us to gather Israel on both sides of the veil, as we talk about the literal gathering of Israel. But I wouldn't overlook that that's a literal gathering. There's a spiritual gathering, but there's a literal gathering too. Now what that fully looks like, I don't know. But he's saying, no, we believe Israel must literally be regathered. And then also don't forget that Zion, that New Jerusalem, is a city. It was one of the main focuses of Joseph Smith's prophetic mission and Book of Mormon and the Book of Ether, that there literally will be a new Jerusalem, a new holy city built upon the American continent. That's one of our articles of faith.
And keep in mind, 1842, it's 9 years previously in 1833, when the saints were driven out of Jackson County, Independence, where that center stake of Zion was designated to be built.